Hello students and viewers, this is Eteta from Morogoro, Tanzania. My name is teacher Ramadhan Kidegesho, teaching chemistry. Welcome to the series of our lessons from Eteta TV. In this lesson, I will show you the correct way of answering different questions of mole concept from CSEE NECTA past papers. CSEE means Certificate of Secondary Education Examination, and NECTA means National Examination Council of Tanzania. So let's go together. By starting, I'm going to solve the question from CSEE NECTA 2017. Here in this past paper, there are 3 questions, which are question number 5A, question number 9B, and question number 12B. Starting with question number 5A. The question says, copper can be obtained from the ore copper pyrite. The ore is heated in a limited amount of air given the following reaction. Copper pyrite burns in air to give copper metal, iron 3 oxide, and sulfur dioxide. Calculate the maximum mass of copper that can be obtained from 367 kilograms of copper pyrite. So from this question here, what is required is the mass of copper obtained, or the mass of copper produced. And what you have been given here is the mass of copper pyrite. In answering the questions like that, the mathematical question of chemistry, the first thing is to write the data which you have been given. And here, you have been given the mass of copper pyrite, which is equal to 367 kilograms. If you want to convert this to gram, it will be 367,000 gram. 367,000 gram. So what is required? It is the mass of copper. So the first thing, it is from the balanced chemical equation. As the question says, copper pyrite burns in air to give copper, iron 3 oxide, and the sulfur dioxide. Here you have 4 moles of copper pyrite, you have 11 moles of oxygen gas, you have 4 moles of copper, you have 2 moles of iron 3 oxide, and you have 8 moles of sulfur dioxide. So here we use the mole ratio to solve this question. From the mole ratio, it's sure that 4 moles of copper pyrite is equivalent to 4 moles of copper metal. Because you have been asked to calculate the mass of copper, so here you are going to compare the mass of a compound, or the mass of reactant which you have been given, and the mass of what you have been asked to calculate. Now 4 moles of copper pyrite is equivalent to 4 moles of copper. Now you have to change this, because you have been asked to calculate the mass. You have to change these moles, number of moles, to mass. So 4 moles of copper pyrite is equal to 736 grams of copper pyrite, and the 4 moles of copper is equal to 256 grams of copper. Point to remember: if you want to calculate the mass, or if you want to calculate the mass to convert the number of moles to mass, you take the mass is equal to number of moles times the molar mass. And the molar mass of copper pyrite, you sum up the relative atomic mass of constituent element. Here you have a copper, you have iron, you have sulfur. So you take this, you take the relative atomic mass, you sum up, then after summing up, you multiply by 4, then you obtain the mass which you want to calculate, which is equal to 736 grams. The same to copper. the relative atomic mass of copper, you multiply by 4, you obtain 256 grams. So 736 grams of copper pyrite is equivalent to 256 grams of copper. Now, what are you going to calculate is to find the mass of copper. But the mass of iron pyrite which you have been given is equal to 367,000 grams. So 367,000 grams of copper pyrite is equal to how many grams of copper? Now, by using cross multiplication, you will obtain the mass of copper equal to 367,000. You multiply by 250, you divide by 736. Through calculation, you obtain the mass equal to 127,652.2 grams, which is equal to 127.65 kilograms. So the maximum mass of copper is equal to 127.65 grams. So this is the way of calculating this question. And this what is obtained here is the mass of copper. After that, question number 9b. The question says, calculate the volume of water which was produced from 1,120 centimeter cube of oxygen at standard temperature and pressure was liberated during the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. The density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. I'm repeating again. Calculate the volume of water which was produced when 1,120 centimeter cube of oxygen at STP was liberated during the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. The density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So from this question here, you have been asked to calculate the mass of water, the volume of water. And what you have been given here is the volume of oxygen which is liberated, which was liberated. So, as I said, that to calculate the questions, the mathematical question of chemistry, the first thing is to write the data which you have been given. And here, what you have been given is the volume of oxygen, which is equal to 1,120 centimeter cube. Now, you have to convert this to decimeter cube, which is equal to 1.12 decimeter cube. So, what is required here? But also you have been given the density of water. The density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Now, what is required? It is the volume of water. Required here is the volume of water. Now, the balanced chemical equation, hydrogen peroxide gives the water, the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, you obtain water and the oxygen gas. Water and the oxygen gas. Now, first of all, to calculate the volume of water, you have to start by calculating the number of moles of oxygen gas. Because you have been given the volume of oxygen, now you have to calculate the mole of oxygen gas. How can you calculate the mole of oxygen gas? The formula for calculating the mole of oxygen gas, the number of moles of oxygen is equal to volume of oxygen divided by molar volume. And the volume of oxygen is equal to 1.12 decimeter cube. But the molar volume is constant, which is equal to 22.4 decimeter cube per mole. So you take 1.12 decimeter cube, you divide it by 22.4 decimeter cube per mole. What you're going to obtain is 0.05 mole. Now, the number of moles of oxygen gas is equal to 0.05 mole. Now, after obtaining the number of moles, now from the balanced chemical equation, the 2 moles of hydrogen peroxide gives 2 moles of water and 1 mole of oxygen gas. Now, by using a molar ratio, 2 mole of water is equivalent to 1 mole of oxygen gas. Now, X mole of water is equal to 0.05 mole of oxygen gas. So here we're going to calculate the number of moles of water. The number of moles of water that has been produced. So if from the equation 2 moles is equivalent to 1 mole of oxygen, 2 mole of water is equivalent to 1 mole of oxygen. Now, how many moles of water is equivalent to 0.05 mole of oxygen gas? Now, by using a cross multiplication, number of moles of water is equal to 2 mole. You multiply by 0.05 mole, you divide by 1 mole. Now, the number of moles of water is equal to 0.1 mole. The number of moles of water is 0.01 mole. Now, what's required now is to calculate the mass of water. Want to remember, you have been asked to calculate the volume of water. So, in order to get the volume, first you have to get the mass of water. So, how could you get the mass of water? Now, we are using the formula. The number of moles is equal to mass over molar mass. Number of moles of water is equal to mass over molar mass. Now, by making subject mass, it will be mass equal to number of moles of water you multiply by molar mass. By doing so, it will be 0.1 multiplied by 18, which is equal to 1.80 gram. For that matter, the mass of water is equal to 1.80 gram. Now, to calculate the volume of water. How? From the formula. Volume is equal to mass over density. Volume is equal to mass over density. Now here you have the mass which have been calculated and the density you have been given from the question. So it will be equal to 1.80 gram divided by 1 gram per centimeter cube. What you're going to obtain here is 1.8 centimeter cube. Thus, the volume of water is 1.8 centimeter cube. After that, now let's look the question number 12. The question states, a student attempted to prepare hydrogen gas by reacting zinc metal with dilute sulfuric acid. In this experiment, zinc metal granules of about 0.5 centimeter diameter and 0.20 moles of acid were used. The rate of formation of hydrogen gas was found to be slow. Letter A says, explain 3 ways in which the rate of formation of hydrogen gas could be increased. And letter B, if the student wanted 36 centimeter cube of hydrogen gas at the standard temperature and pressure, what amount of acid would be required? Now, from this question here, there are two topics. I mean, letter A, this is from the topic of chemokinetics, equilibrium, and energetics. I will not solve this question number 12A, but I will solve question number 12B, which can be solved by using a mole concept. If the student wanted 36 centimeter cube of hydrogen gas at standard temperature and pressure, what amount of the acid would be required? Now, by solving this question number 12B, first of all, you have to write data given, and here you have been given the volume of hydrogen gas at the standard temperature and pressure, which is equal to 36 centimeter cube. So what is required is the number of moles of acid. The number of moles of acid. Now, from the balanced chemical equation, sulfuric acid reacts with zinc to give zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So this is the balanced chemical equation. 1 mole of sulfuric acid react with 1 mole of zinc to give 1 mole of zinc sulfate and 1 mole of hydrogen gas. Now, first of all, you have to calculate the number of moles of hydrogen gas. You want to remember, you have been given the volume of hydrogen gas. You have to convert that volume of hydrogen gas to number of moles. How could you convert? You can convert by using this formula. The number of moles of hydrogen gas is equal to volume over molar volume. Now, the number of moles of hydrogen gas is equal to 0.036 decimeter cube. You divide by 22.4 decimeter cube per mole. Through calculation, you obtain 0.0016 mole. For that case, the number of moles of hydrogen gas is equal to 0.0016 mole. After obtaining the number of moles of hydrogen gas, now we're going to calculate the number of moles of yes. And we are going to calculate the amount of acid. The amount of acid. Now, from the balanced chemical equation, if you take 1 mole of acid, then you react with 1 mole of zinc, you obtain 1 mole of zinc sulfate and 1 mole of hydrogen gas. Now, from the mole ratio, 1 mole of acid, of sulfuric acid, is equivalent to 1 mole of hydrogen gas. We compare what you have been asked to calculate and what you have been given. You have been given the amount of hydrogen gas, then they want you to calculate the amount of sulfuric acid. So 1 mole of sulfuric acid is equivalent to 1 mole of hydrogen gas. Now, what is required is the number of moles of sulfuric acid, given that you have 0.0016 mole of hydrogen gas. Now, to calculate the number of moles of sulfuric acid, we use cross multiplication. And since the number of moles is equivalent to both acid and hydrogen gas, because you have 1 mole of acid is equivalent to 1 mole of hydrogen. So since these numbers are equivalent, so the number of moles of acid is 0.0016. The number of moles of acid is 0.0016. If 1 is equal to 1, then 0.0016, it will be equal to 0.0016. So the number of moles of acid is equal to 0.0016. After obtaining this, now CSEE 2018. Here there are 2 questions. A question number 7 and question number 12. Starting with question number 7. The question says, define the following. Number 1, mole, and number 2, molar mass. So we have been asked you to define mole and molar mass. Then B says 112 decimeter cube of oxygen gas was collected at STP, standard temperature and pressure, when a sample of lead nitrate was completely decomposed by heat. Calculate the volume of nitrogen dioxide gas produced. So here you have been asked to calculate the volume of nitrogen dioxide gas produced, but what you have been given here is the volume of oxygen gas. By starting letter A, question number 7, letter A, the definition of mole. Mole is the amount of substance that contain as many particles of elementary entities as the number of atoms in 12 grams of carbon-12 isotope. Mole is the amount of substance that contain many particles of elementary entities as the number of atoms in 12 grams of carbon-12 isotope. And the molar mass can be defined as the mass of 1 mole of the substance. The mass of 1 mole of the substance. So this is question number 7A. Now, question number 7B. The question wants you to calculate the volume of nitrogen dioxide. How can you calculate this? First of all, you have to write data given. Here you have been given the volume of oxygen gas, which is equal to 112 decimeter cube. So what is required here is the volume of nitrogen gas. Now, from the balanced chemical equation, the balanced chemical equation here shows 2 mole of lead nitrate gives 2 moles of lead oxide, 4 mole of nitrogen dioxide, and 1 mole of oxygen gas. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Now, from the balanced chemical equation, as I said, 2 mole of nitrogen of lead nitrate gives the composition of 2 moles of lead nitrate gives 2 mole of lead oxide, 4 mole of nitrogen dioxide, and 1 mole of oxygen gas. Now, by using a molar ratio, it will be 4 mole of nitrogen dioxide, which you have been asked to calculate, is equal to 1 mole of oxygen. 4 mole is equal to 1 mole of oxygen gas. Here you have been given the volume of oxygen gas. So if 4 moles is equivalent to 1 mole. Now, because you have been given the volume, then they ask you to calculate the volume, you have to convert this number of moles to volume. How could you convert it? It will be you can convert by taking the number of moles, then you multiply by the molar volume, and the molar volume is equal to 22.4. So you take it for the side of nitrogen dioxide, you take it 4, then you multiply by 22.4. And for the side of oxygen, you take 1, which is the number of moles of oxygen, you multiply by 22.4. And it will be like this one. 89.26 decimeter cube of nitrogen dioxide is equivalent to 22.4 decimeter cube of oxygen gas. So, if 89.6 decimeter cube of nitrogen dioxide gas is equivalent to 22.4 decimeter cube of oxygen gas. Now, how many volume of nitrogen dioxide is equivalent to 122 decimeter cube of oxygen? Here we are going to use a cross multiplication, and it will be like this one. The volume of nitrogen dioxide is equal to 89.6, you multiply by 122 and 12, then you divide by 22.24, and the answer will be equal to 448 decimeter cube. For that case, the volume of nitrogen gas is equal to 448 decimeter cube. So this is how to solve the volume, how to calculate the volume of nitrogen gas. After all this, now the question number 12. The question says 3 mole of nitrogen gas combined with 5 mole of hydrogen gas to form ammonium gas by the Haber process. Question A says, which reactant is present in smaller amount? Here you have been given 3 mole of nitrogen gas, then 5 mole of hydrogen gas. So, which reactant is present in small amount? B says, calculate the gram of the reactant left in the container. C says, calculate how many moles of ammonia are produced. How many moles of ammonia are produced? And last says, how many liters of ammonia are produced at standard temperature and pressure? So there are 4 questions here. Starting with question A. Before this, you have to write data given. Here what you have been given is the number of moles of nitrogen gas, which is equal to 3 mole. Another thing is the number of moles of hydrogen gas, which is equal to 5 mole. So the balanced chemical equation here, it will be equal to 3 mole of hydrogen gas can combine or can react with 1 mole of nitrogen gas to give 2 mole of ammonia gas. Now, starting with letter A, reactant present in smaller amount. Remember, from the data given here, you have been given the 3 mole of nitrogen gas and the 5 mole of hydrogen gas. So, here, to find which reactant is present in smaller amount, now we are going to use the balanced chemical equation. The balanced chemical equation is this one. 3 moles of hydrogen gas combined with 1 mole of nitrogen gas to give 2 moles of ammonia gas. Now, by using molar ratio, it shows that 3 moles of hydrogen gas is equivalent to 1 mole of nitrogen gas. Now, 5 moles of hydrogen gas is equivalent to how many moles of nitrogen gas? Here we are going to use a cross multiplication, and we are going to find that the 5 moles of hydrogen gas require 1.67 mole of nitrogen gas for the reaction. But 3 moles which have been given there are present in excess, because 5 moles of hydrogen require 1.67, but from the question you have been given 3 moles of nitrogen gas. For that case, these 3 moles of nitrogen gas are present in excess. Thus, hydrogen gas are present in smaller amount. Although there are 5 moles of hydrogen gas, but it is in smaller amount. I mean, all of it will react, but the nitrogen gas will not react all, because 5 moles of hydrogen gas require only 1.67 and not 3 moles of nitrogen gas. So the hydrogen gas is present in smaller amount. Or in another way, we can say that the nitrogen gas is present in excess. So this is how you can find the reactant which is present in smaller amount. Now, to calculate the mass of reactant left in the container. How? So the number of moles of reactant left, you take the number of moles of reactant which you have been given, then you minus with the number of moles of reactant which are of the nitrogen which react. And the number of moles of nitrogen which react is 1.67, which you have been given is 3. So you minus 3 minus 1.67. After that, you obtain 1.33 mole. For that case, the number of moles, because you have been asked you to calculate the mass, and this is the number of moles. The number of moles is equal to mass over molar mass. Now, to find the mass, you multiply mass is equal to mole times the molar mass. So the mass is equal to 1.33, you multiply by 28, which is the molar mass of nitrogen gas. In that case, the mass, it will be equal to 37.24 gram. So the mass of reactant left in container is 37.24 gram. So this is the mass of reactant, or the mass of nitrogen gas which is left in container. Number C says the number of moles of ammonia gas produced. How? The number of moles of hydrogen are used to calculate, as all of which were used during the reaction. As I said, that the nitrogen gas are present in small amount. For that case, this hydrogen gas will be used to calculate the number of moles of ammonia produced. So, from the balanced chemical equation, 3 mole of ammonia, 1 mole of nitrogen, 2 moles of ammonia. Now, by using molar ratio, shows that 3 mole of hydrogen gas is equivalent to 2 mole of ammonia. Now, 5 mole of hydrogen gas is equal to how many moles of ammonia? We use a cross multiplication, and it will be equal to 5 times 2, then we divide by 3, which is equal to 3.33. For that case, the number of moles of ammonia is equal to 3.33 mole. Now, liters of ammonia at STP. Number D, liters of ammonia at STP. From the formula, the number of moles is equal to volume over molar volume. Liters means you have been asked to calculate the volume of ammonia. So the number of moles of ammonia is equal to volume over molar volume. Now we are going to make subject volume. And the volume of ammonia is equal to number of moles of ammonia, then you multiply by molar volume, which will be equal to 3.33, then you multiply by 22.4. The answer is equal to 74.67 decimeter cube. Thus, the volume of ammonia at standard temperature and pressure is equal to 74.67 decimeter cube. Okay, the last is NECTA CSEE 2019. Here there is only one question, which is the question number 3. And the question number 3A say, how many chlorine molecules are in 20 centimeter cube of chlorine gas at standard temperature and pressure? And the B says, calculate the number of ions present in 5 gram of copper 2 nitrate. So here you have question number 3A and question number 3B. Starting with the question number 3A. Data given. Volume of chlorine gas is 20 centimeter cube. You have to convert this 20 centimeter cube to decimeter cube, which will be equal to 0.02 decimeter cube. So this is the volume of chlorine gas. Required here is the number of chlorine molecules. So how can you calculate the number of chlorine molecules? First of all, you have to calculate the number of moles of chlorine gas. Before calculating the number of molecules of chlorine, you have to calculate the number of moles of chlorine gas. So the number of moles can be obtained by using this formula. The number of moles of chlorine is equal to volume over molar volume, which will be equal to 0.02, then divided by 22.4. So the number of moles here, it will be equal to 80.92 times 10 raised to -4 mole. So the mole of chlorine is equal to 80.92 times 10 raised to -4 moles. Now we are going to calculate the number of molecules of chlorine. How? It's by using this formula. The number of molecules of chlorine is equal to number of moles of chlorine, then you multiply by Avogadro's constant. So it will be equal to 80.92 times 10 raised to -4 times 6.02 times 10 raised to 23. So by multiplying this, you obtain the number of molecules of chlorine equal to 5.36 times 10 raised to 20 molecules. For that case, there are 5.36 times 10 raised to 23 molecules of chlorine gas. So this is the number of molecules. After all this, now we are going to question B, which says calculate the number of ions in 5 gram of copper 2 nitrate. Number of ions in 5 gram of copper 2 nitrate. How possibly? Data given. Mass of copper nitrate is equal to 5 gram. Now, required here is the number of ions. How to calculate the number of ions? First of all, you have to calculate the number of moles of of copper nitrate. And the number of moles always is equal to mass over molar mass. So the mass is 5 gram, then you divide by molar mass, which is equal to 180 gram per mole. So after dividing, you obtain 0.027 mole. For that case, the number of moles of copper nitrate is equal to 0.02. Okay. Now, calculate the number of ions, moles of ions first. To calculate the number of ions, you have to calculate first the moles of ions, the number of moles of ions. Now, from the balanced chemical equation, copper nitrate, you obtain the copper ion and the nitrate ion. So you have a copper ion and the nitrate ion here. 2 nitrate ion, and one mole of copper nitrate is equal to 1 mole of copper ion plus 2 mole of nitrate ion. Now, 1 mole of copper nitrate is equivalent to 3 moles of ions, because if you take the number of moles of cation, then you plus with the number of moles of an ion, you obtain 3. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So 1 mole of copper nitrate is equivalent to 3 mole of ions. Now, 0.027 moles of copper nitrate is equal to how many moles of ions? Here we are going to use the cross multiplication. And the number of moles of ions is equal to 0.027, then you multiply by 3, you divide by 1, which is equal to 0.0881 mole. Thus, the moles of ion is 0.081. What is required is to calculate the number of ions. How possibly? This can be calculated by using this formula. The number of ions is equivalent to the number of moles of ion you multiply by Avogadro's constant. So it will be equal to 0.081, you multiply by 6.02, you multiply by 10 raised to 23. So the answer here is equal to 0.49 times 10 raised to 23 ions. Thus, the number of ions is equal to 0.49 times 10 raised to 23. I hope that you have enjoyed the lesson. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You were with me, teacher Ramadan Kidegesho. Thank you very much.